Hello and welcome back to Sara's Texture Crafts. I am Sara, your host, and today I'm going to be reviewing the lovely and wonderful book called Mastering the Art of Embroidery. This is by Sophie Long. The publishing company, it was actually published by Jacqui Small of the RRP Publishing Group. I will post links to that group within the review details. So this book retails for £30. I have a coupon code which, if you find the review notes at either my Crafts of Texture blog, which is sarastexturecrafts.blogspot.com, or my Learn About Wool website, which is sarastexturecrafts.wordpress.com, you will find that voucher code. That will entitle you, if you are in the UK using that code, to get this book for £24, including postage and packaging. If you're outside of the UK, you need to add a further £2.50 to that cost. So still a saving, and I think for that money you are getting one hell of a bargain. This is a great book, and well, as you can see, quite an extensive book as well. So just need to clear up the disclaimer for you. Just wanted to let you know that in no way have I been monetarily compensated for my views and opinions within this review. Jacqui has given me a copy of this book to review for you. If it were a smaller and lighter weight book, I would certainly be doing a giveaway, but it is, as you can see, that's going to cost a pretty penny on postage and packaging. So it will just be a review for today, but I hope to work with Jacqui in the future and bring you some more of her titles, and certainly hope to do some giveaways and some projects that we can work together on, and really have some fun with some more of the titles that she has. But today we're going to have a look at this book. Now, for any of you who are new to embroidery, or even to those of you who have embroidered for many years, this is going to be the one compendium reference book that sits on your shelf forevermore when you get it. The reason why I say that is because it is really extensive on the amount of topics that it covers under the umbrella of embroidery. You have everything from the basic simple stitches right through to details on gold work, stump work, free machine embroidery and applique, all of that in one book, which is quite hard to find actually. I do have other reference books on embroidery, and rarely do they cover quite as much as this book does. So this is definitely the one book that I would recommend you have on your shelves today. As you can see, really great cover artwork as well, which always helps to sell a book. But that follows through on the inside of the book as well. So, even like the contents page, it's got some really nice embroidery. And if I give you a little bit more about what they cover within the book, that will give you a bit more of an idea of just how much you're getting for your money. So in chapter 1 they cover surface embroidery, which goes from crewel work, applique, silk shading, primer, gold work, and then a profile of an artist within that area. Chapter 2 they do counted surface embroidery, so canvas work, canvas shading, black work primer, Bellagio, which is new to me, cross stitch primer, and then they profile again another artist. Chapter 3 is embellishments. They do beadwork primer, ribbon work, again profile of an artist. Chapter 4 is all about stump work, so you've got raised and detached element, figures primer, needle lace, and a profile of an artist. Chapter 5 you've got white work, which is pulled work, embroidery and glaze, drawn thread, profile of an artist. In chapter 6 you've got three-dimensional embroidery, so smocking, embroidered boxes, box making primer, tassel making, hand quilting, quilting primer, and profile of an artist. Section 2 is about machine embroidery, so chapter 7, which is the first chapter in that section, is about free motion embroidery, and then they profile an artist. And then in chapter 8 is digital embroidery, and they profile an artist. After that they have resources where they give you useful websites, suppliers, further reading, glossaries, that kind of thing. Back at the beginning they've got lots of information on tools and equipment, starting and finishing your projects. So as I say, it's a real compendium reference piece here, and I totally recommend it. If I just have a scroll through, and forgive me, it's quite a heavy book, so if I just show you, like in section 1, the real beautiful pictures and wonderful work and great inspiration is carried through for all the illustrations. And it's really lovely actually to read about some of the artists as well, and and look at their work, and they give you lots of examples of different pieces. So from smaller pieces right through to, I hope you can see that, larger pieces there, which are really fun actually, and kind of takes the idea of embroidery not just to the flat sort of textile decorational piece, but to also use it as maybe some installation artwork type pieces. And you're looking at me as if to say, well, I'm not going to be doing that. Well, I mean, to be honest, there are lots of things that you could do around the home where you can incorporate embroidery and use it to decorate and adorn not just clothing, but bits and pieces around you. So there are lots and lots of things to do, and it gives you, I mean, this is the section on silk shading, and obviously there are other pages, but it gives you, as you can see, step-by-step pictures, lots of information, tips as well, which is always really handy, material lists and things like that. I love that it does that, because it means that I don't have to just follow what's in front of me. I can also use it as inspiration for my own projects, which is what I would essentially use it for. What it does do when it gives you profiles of artists is give you some of their work, gives you information about them, where to find them. I love that they've referenced places like Etsy as places where you can go buy and sell your pieces of work, and also get your supplies as well, because it's quite nice to refer to such a handmade community like Etsy. I really love, as I say, the illustrations in the book. The work they have in here is amazing, and it's one of those things that really, as I say, inspires you to want to pick up your crafts and do something new, So, let me show you. I love this. Look at all of that. Isn't that amazing? And I just love the fact that one book gives you as much information as this does. And that's, really inspiring. And what a good book, a good reference piece like this should really be about. So, just show you some of the free machine embroidery pieces as well. So you see, it's a really lovely book, a great reference piece, and certainly something that you could gift to a beginner, and something that you could gift to somebody who has been using embroidery in their projects for a while, because there's always room to learn something new and to pick up some new inspiration, and particularly if you're gifting this to a beginner, what a great thing to have on your shelf, full of inspiration and just so many ways that you could take your crafting, So I really recommend this. It's called Mastering the Art of Embroidery. As I say, there's a coupon code on those relevant websites I mentioned earlier, so do make use of that. If for any reason you missed that code and don't make use of it, then it is £30 recommended retail price, and I totally totally agree with that pricing. This is a huge book, a massive compendium piece, a real coffee table reference book, and worth every single penny in my view. So that is Mastering the Art of Embroidery by Sophie Long. I hope you enjoyed that today, and I hope you'll join me next time for another review on lots more books to do with knitting, felting, spinning and so on. Okay, so until then, happy crafting, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.